Someday we'll find it.
Someday we'll find it. The rainbow connection. Lovers, dreamers, and me. La ti 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 ta ti ta.
Today, we cook the frog. Jess and I actually eat quite a lot of frog around here. Jess loves frog. And it's pretty tasty and it's pretty cheap. So today we're gonna cook frog. We got these frogs. We got these at Sun Given Foods, which is a cool Asian grocery store. They look pretty good. Fat little motherfuckers. So the first thing we're gonna do is first thing we're gonna do is lay it there. You see this part, you don't need this part. So we're gonna cut that off. Get the new knife. Look at this new motherfucking knife, motherfuckers! Just pop it off. Yep. Oh, God. And discard. You want to try to get some of this black stuff off. It's kind of like cleaning a fish, actually. And it's like, it doesn't have any weird smell or anything like that. It's kind of like chicken or prawns. You should kind of treat it like chicken, I guess. We're going to wash them off, clean off the black stuff. Come on, you little son of a bitch. So there. You have a beautifully cleaned frog leg. We have a couple here that we already did. I feel like a frog. Can't hold on to anything. So we're gonna actually cover them in milk and let them sit for an hour in the fridge. And that apparently draws out any leftover impurities and tenderizes the meat a little bit. So, yeah, seems about right. We're making the Lyon, France-based frog recipe, which is mostly just kind of like pan-fried frog with a little parsley and garlic, butter. Usually when they pan-fry the frog, they put a persillade in it. So, oh, you don't speak French? Persillade is kind of, it's like basically parsley and garlic, and then you can add other shit like vinegar. We're gonna add lemon. So we're actually gonna not do the persillade in the frog. We're actually gonna make a sauce that is essentially a parsley sauce with a bit of garlic in it, and then we're gonna squeeze some lemon in it. And it's like very simple, very bright in color and in flavor. And it'll go perfectly with our fried frog. So here we have some parsley, and then we're gonna boil some water. As always, you want to salt the water when you cook shit in it, so you don't really have to salt the food after. You salt the food beforehand because it's boiling in salted water. You see what's happened here is the stove isn't on, so it's going to be tricky to boil some water without the stove. So what we're going to have to do here is we're going to need to get our motherfucking pliers and turn on our motherfucking stove. Ouch! So salt, put a fair amount in there. That's good. Persillade. So we got some salted water. We've got this parsley. Just just gonna drop it in there. Maybe we don't need all of this. Yeah, might as well put most of it in there. Oh! This is on fire now, so. Oh, mother, why is it on fire, I wonder? Boil this for 7 minutes.
There's beautiful greens in here, and shades of green, light green and dark green, followed by medium greens and yellows and tree green. We've got snail green, got frog green.
So we just put the parsley in, and then we're gonna add the garlic. You can just throw them in whole. I'm gonna put 4 in. 4 and a small one in. And then continue letting it boil. You wanna see frog leg? I'll show you frog leg, motherfucker. We're back! Twisted leg, it's French for legs of frog, I believe. So we're just gonna drain this. So we've got a bunch of parsley and some garlic in there that we've cooked. Now we're gonna throw it into a cold water bath, like such. Let it sit in there for a couple seconds. Oh, we don't need this. And then we're gonna blend this up with a bit of lemon and a tiny bit of water, and it's gonna go incredible with the frog for sure. What do you know about frog? This fucking frog costs $5. So like, you know, make frog instead of chicken wings, and I don't even know why restaurants don't just switch to frog and be like, instead of chicken wings, they just like, you know, you get frog wings. It's kind of like, frog is kind of like a cross between chicken and fish. You can fool anybody with frog. But you don't want to fool them with frog. You know what? If you made frog at your next party, and people walked in to a platter of frog, they would shit their fucking pants. Treat it like chicken though. You want to cook it until it's white, so. So this has been sitting in here for a couple of minutes. It's like a cold water bath. What's it called again? Sugi? No.
Blanche.
Blanche. Throw it in here. We're gonna put a tiny bit of water in here. Cold water. Cold water. Not much. We're gonna squish it around down here. See what these are? Lemon. We're gonna put a little lemon in there. Don't put too much. You can always adjust it after, but oh, it's a seed. But you can't obviously take back too much lemon. Once it's done, maybe take a taste. See. Because it can get too salty or too lemony if you put too much salt or too much lemon in it. You want this to be basically liquid, so you want to puree the shit out of it. Puree, like a baby's food. Let's take a look-see. That is the greenest food you'll ever see. I think that's pretty good, actually. Oh, smell that. Frog show! See what I did there? Frog show, so it's a little different than the normal dog show sort of thing. So anyways, a bit of salt in there. And we're gonna put a little pepper in it now. So beautiful, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So this is our parsley sauce. A little garlic, a little lemon, a little salt and pepper. And we're just gonna let this sit while we make the frog. I found that if you let it sit for a couple hours, the flavors, like any sauce, become much, much better, much more complex, This particular sauce, if you let it sit overnight, it's gonna turn brown. Which could be kind of cool, because it's like the frog sitting in the fucking bog. Frog sitting in a slough, you know? And, but that's not what you want. You want a beautiful, vibrant green like such. You think, boy? Cats love frog. And now, we prepare the frog. The pièce de résistance. We're gonna quickly rinse it off. Some cold water. Put it on a little paper towel. Such. Give it an old pat down. It's nice. It's real nice. These little beauties. You ever think you'd be eating frog? So now what we're gonna do is salt and pepper both sides. Quite a bit of salt. Use fine salt or it'll just fall off. Fine pepper. Flip them over. Little pepper. Yep. Okay, now we have this, which is flour. So we're just gonna like quickly like put them into the flour on both sides. Get it everywhere. Whoops. Get it everywhere in the whole fucking kitchen. And then give them a little tap. You don't want tons of fucking flour on there. You want it to look like a ghost of a frog. Or ghost of half of a ghost of half a frog. So there he is. Now he's wearing white pants. Ghost of a frog it is. Tap her off. See, these look nice, eh? So now we have to cut the frog. So we're actually using almond oil, which is a high heat oil, which I like to use when you're kind of frying stuff. You also use grapeseed oil, might be good. Kind of we'll do it sort of medium to medium high at first. And then we're actually going to put in a thing of butter as well. And then we're just going to let this sizzle up for a second.
Shake it around, oh Lord, shake it around.
You want a fair amount. Like this is kind of, we are pan frying here.
We're pan frying frog. We're pan frying frog.
We're pan frying frog. Tu ne peux parler en français, mais ça suffit.
Moi, je peux parler un petit peu en français. Quand j'étais en France, j'ai entendu école français.
All right. So the moon is shining. The butter is screaming. So we're gonna throw the frog in, lightly dredged. Basically, like fry these for around 4 minutes on each side. Frog doesn't take long to cook. It's similar to fish in that way. The meat is actually quite delicate. You want to make sure it's cooked until it's white, like chicken, but it doesn't really take that long. And basically what you want, we're going to check it out and see it. It's like, it should be like pretty golden brown before you flip it over. We're going to turn the heat down a little bit. More to like kind of medium heat, medium low sort of thing. The butter will get a little brown if it's too hot. Which ain't the worst thing. I believe it's called brown butter. So that looks pretty nice. Got a nice golden brown on there. So, about 4 minutes on this side too. Ooh, smells good, eh? Very buttery smelling in here right now. Look at this one. See that is a frog that's done. See that little bubbler? Looks like a mussel. Oh my god. That tastes like more like a chicken wing than you think. No fishiness at all to that thing. It tastes so delicious. Look what we have here. The most beautiful of all plates. Watch. Middle of the plate. Middle of the plate. Press down. And press down. And
The frog sits on a lily pad. And the frog sits on the lily pad. The frog sits on the lily pad.
and
The frog sits on the lily pad.
one last little thing. We'll squeeze a lemon. And now we eat it. Oh man, it's so good. Oh, the sauce with the sauce? Yes, you have to taste this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's insane, right? Absolutely insane. Oh, God. Sauce is like got a good lemon and super fresh flavor to it. They're crispy, they're buttery. Not a lot of meat on them. We'll see if Jeff wants to try one. See how his wine pairing goes with frog. Oh, I told you, you guys are in for a surprise because we have our French friend Geoff Hicks coming in to give us some suggestions for wine that goes with cuisse de grenouille. Yeah?
Bradley! Hey, where are you, old pal?
Hey, come on in.
Hey, I hear you're cooking up some frog.
Okay.
I guess it's in here.
Oh, Jeff. If you don't know Jeff, he's a extraordinary drummer. He's a wine aficionado, and he's a former frog backlicker. Getting that old venom in his veins, getting all fucked up on the junk, on the frog junk, right?
Wait a minute, how about your old friend, remember?
Jeff? Also a great friend. Jeff here has a couple wine suggestions. What do you think, bud?
You know what, I was so happy that you asked me to join you today.
Okay.
I brought a couple wines I thought would reflect well on the frog.
Oh.
For a red, I thought perhaps a Côte de Rhône, very, very easy drinking, medium body. You don't want to take away from the delicate nature of the frog, right, Brad?
That's right. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this particular vineyard is just south of Lyon. Is that correct? Which is the region that we're making the recipe from. So.
Mais oui, it's Lyon, and I'm sure it's very near to Lyon.
It's perfect.
The wine itself, piss cheap, and I love that. Here's a white I got, Brad.
A white.
This is the Beach House Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc.
I believe there's a touch of Semillon, and
Now, where's this one from?
this is South African,
Huh.
or CP freaking.
Okay.
I love it.
He speaks a couple languages over here.
Again, very,
Speaks a couple languages over here.
again, very suitable for this type of meal. Light, not much going on. Basically, like water with booze in it. Cold, cold, cold. That's what I like.
Okay.
And it's going to help out the frog.
Oh.
Got that in the nose?
Oh.
What's the nose like? Mmm. Grapefruit.
Oh.
Lychee.
Cotton candy. Candy apple.
No.
Peony.
No, 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 no.
Dog
No, no.
dung.
No, 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 no. No. Very,
Lychee.
very light. Mmm. Mmm.
That. Oh.
Just a little drop missing.
Now you're taking the sommelier course, am I?
Shut up.
Funny that you can't even pour.
I'm nervous. You got me nervous.
I told you to take a fucking Quaalude.
Do I have to eat this?
You like frog?
I think I do. I think I do.
Jeff, have you had frog much? You're making a mockery of us on our show's anniversary!
I'm so sorry.
You think you can get a local frog around here? Jeff, you don't want to eat a local frog. You get fucking high!
Did you know that France outlawed the sale of frogs because they were a rarity? They were being overkilled. So they didn't allow, past 1980, France to do the frog leg thing. You have to get it from Albania or the Yugoslavia.
Jeff? Now listen, did you know there's a frog in Arizona that you milk it, dry the venom, and smoke it like crack?
No, you don't. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well done, guys.
So why don't you take a little taste and see which one might be good with it? We'll give you a little.
Oh God, it's good. It's rich, but it's not too heavy.
It's very light meat.
Light meat. That was my nickname in high school.
Okay.
What do you think with the white? I like it with the red.
It's good. Yeah. I mean, there's it is a bit of a fried thing, so the white actually does kind of cut back on the.
We could have almost slightly chilled this before we did this because it's quite warm in here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would have complemented this a bit more.
Okay.
But I like it. It's still quite medium bodied.
I like the red. I think the red is very tasty. So look at this. This is like an incredible appetizer that maybe your friends haven't had before, maybe your kids haven't had. It tastes fucking amazing, and it's like funny because it's frog, but frog meat is actually really good, and it's like crazy cheap. And there's no reason why I shouldn't head down to the market and grab some frog, fry it up, make the parsley sauce, and dig in.
Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection.